Hello there and welcome back to Friendonkey Wrestling Season 2, Royal Rumble Part 2. If you've not seen Part 1, obviously go ahead and watch that. You can see one of the results on the screen now in front of you. So spoiler alert, we do have a new FDW Women's Champion. We've also crowned the winner of the Women's Royal Rumble, which was fantastic to say the least. So here's hoping the men can follow suit with how fantastically the women performed. But in what's becoming a bit of a tradition here for the Royal Rumble, all three men's world champions stepping up with the undisputed WWE Universal Championship on the line. Representing Monday Night Raw is the world champion Braun Strowman. And still representing FDW after a scramble of a go-home show, which again took a twist that we were not expecting. Drew successfully retaining his FDW World Championship against Seth Rollins and CM Punk, who decided to cash in his Money in the Bank briefcase unsuccessfully. So Drew proving all the naysayers wrong. And with momentum on his side, that must have raised the eyebrows of both Braun Strowman and the third man in this match, Randy Orton, the current WWE champion, having dethroned Cody Rhodes over on Smackdown. Cody relinquished the Undisputed Championship after that. Hence why it's up for grabs here this evening. That's what it's all to play for. This is a triple threat match. It is also elimination. So it is not one fall to a finish. Last season we saw a fatal four-way elimination. On that occasion, Cody came up standing tall, but the landscape of all three brands has shifted since then, as three new champions now stand in the ring. Three absolute units standing in the ring. Braun Strowman just flattens Drew McIntyre, and that's something you don't see every day. Braun Strowman recently dethroning Shinsuke Nakamura over on Monday Night Raw. Drew was the man to dethrone Seth Rollins earlier on this season and has not been really challenged since. Over on Smackdown, Randy Orton claiming the WWE Championship. Braun throwing Randy over the top rope thinking it's the Royal Rumble, but it is not. Triple threat rules do still apply. There is no countouts, no disqualifications. Anything goes, as no man has an advantage here. Braun Strowman just throwing Drew McIntyre around all over the place. This is crazy. And that is power and dominance, the likes of which we haven't seen for quite a while. Drew is going to need to go to that place and use some weaponry to his advantage to knock Braun Strowman down a peg or two. As he ties up with Randy Orton, who hits him with a belly-to-belly suplex. Orton looks to make the first elimination of the match. Is Strowman there to make it happen? Interesting wrinkle in this match because it's elimination. You don't really want to be breaking up the pinfalls. Strowman grabbing Drew by the back of the neck and throwing him around. Now this is also a supremacy match. Winner gets a signing for their brand from the free agent pool. Braun Strowman looks to lock in the bear hug. Orton goes after Strowman, and Drew flattens Orton. This very much seems to be a pecking order in this match, as Drew looks to eliminate Randy Orton. Only a 1 count on this occasion. Strowman now grabs a sledgehammer. And Orton back in the match. Strowman seems to be the man in control of this matchup. Perhaps Drew and Randy need to get on the same page if they're going to bring the monster down. Swinging net breaker there, huge from Drew McIntyre. Randy gets fired up on the outside. Neither man or no man in this match yet to score a pinfall or submission. As I call for it, Braun Strowman goes for the cover, only a 1 count. No man yet to make a 2. As Braun Strowman hits a huge chokeslam to Randy Orton, and these power moves would take out any lesser man. But these are 3 big, dominant world champions, as Drew McIntyre puts that kendo to good use. Braun Strowman yanks it from him and just shatters it across the skull of Drew McIntyre. Orton hits an uppercut and looks to get Braun Strowman out of the way, but Braun just using that muscle, clinging onto the rope. Orton looks to eliminate Drew McIntyre. Drew still with the wherewithal to kick out. And you got to think Drew's feeling the effects of his match last time out. Thinks about a Glasgow kiss, but doesn't quite make it connect. Randy Orton with a big suplex there. A straightjacket suplex. Great reversals all around, some fantastic wrestling. Orton now drapes Braun Strowman over the second rope into the draping DDT for some vintage Orton. Drew wisely stands back, but not even a 1 count there. Onto Braun Strowman, who's busted open. What's it gonna take as Drew now puts the sledgehammer to good use on Braun Strowman? Could this be the cover? Only a 1 count. Of course, we're back in Drew McIntyre with a quick flurry of strikes and a DDT. Both Orton and Drew need to think about targeting their offense on Braun Strowman, but almost an Alabama slammer from the outside there. Drew McIntyre hits Randy Orton and then follows it up with a Claymore. Could Drew make the elimination? Strowman stands back. It's only a 2 count. This is going to be a scrap. Again, this match, WrestleMania implications, with the Royal Rumble looming. Every man in that match will have eyes on every man in this match. As Braun Strowman hits the running power slam to Drew McIntyre and scores the elimination. And I'm not going to lie, that hurt. As dominant as Drew has been on FDW, he just had no answer for Braun Strowman. And Randy Orton now finds himself alone in the ring with the monster among men. And the game strategy, as Braun Strowman hits a running power slam to Randy Orton. Ref slides into position, a very delayed count there. That feels like it would have been 3 for Strowman, who now puts the sledgehammer to use on Orton. This is a dominant display, to say the least. Strowman with a massive clubbing blow. Will Randy be taking the Undisputed Championship back to Smackdown? Or will Strowman take it to Raw with a huge flying crossbody just flattening Randy Orton? And there it is. It was never really in question. But Raw picks up the victory. And is crowned the undisputed champion. And after a display like that, I'm not surprised. Running through Drew McIntyre, flattening Randy Orton, Braun Strowman, the undisputed champion. Now avert your eyes from the screen if you don't want to see anyone who's in this next match, like I don't. So as my eyes remain closed, you may now look at the screen. We have no idea who's going to be in this match. It's all a turn up for the books. Men's Royal Rumble. Winner gets a shot at a champion of their choosing at WrestleMania. As first up into the match, it's the one himself, Shinsuke Nakamura. After having been dethroned by Braun Strowman, the man who's just become Universal Champion, or Undisputed Champion rather. Shinsuke looking to get back to winning ways. Perhaps looking to reclaim his World Championship. And in doing so, unseat the new Undisputed Champion in the process. It would be big if he could. Joining Shinsuke to start off the Men's Royal Rumble, it's Bron Breakker, who in Season 1 of FDW tagged with Braun Strowman. Could he be the one to go after Strowman? As he too is on Monday Night Raw, I believe. So Raw looking to start things off in a big way here in the Royal Rumble. Will there be any appearances from the FDW contingent? We'll have to find out, as I genuinely have no idea. Nakamura now looking to make a quick elimination of Bron Breakker, and nearly does so. What would be a huge upset. Breakker still able to power through. Nakamura with those strong strikes. And an underhook suplex. Next entrant into the ring is Carl Anderson, representing the OC, the Good Brothers. They're on Friday Night Smackdown. Anderson goes after Bron Breakker. Leg sweep there from Nakamura, as these three need to pace themselves to go the distance. We've seen it already here on the Royal Rumble. Oh my god. Coming down to the ring next, it's only bloody Pat McAfee from Friday Night Smackdown. As I get flashbacks to Season 1. Pat McAfee joins the Royal Rumble match at number 4. Who's stepping up next as the entrants are coming thick and fast. Carl Anderson hits a big corkscrew uppercut there to McAfee. It is a member of the LWO. Who it is, we do not know. Angel Garza? No, not Angel Garza, the other one. Another generic Italian man. Cruz del Toro, that's his name. Cruz del Toro, a fixture of Monday Night Raw. As McAfee drags Shinsuke Nakamura to the ropes and looks to make an elimination. Could Pat be the one to do the unthinkable? What on earth? The Undertaker has joined the Royal Rumble in what is a huge surprise. Cruz del Toro spikes Carl Anderson as the Undertaker goes after del Toro. It's a sentence I didn't think I'd be saying, and eliminates Del Toro. Shinsuke Nakamura now flattens The Undertaker. And then spins through immediately. Next into the ring comes Damian Priest. Following in his idol's footsteps, The Undertaker. Priest looks to eliminate Carl Anderson in quick succession here as Pat McAfee yeets himself towards The Undertaker. Bron Breakker throws Shinsuke into the top turnbuckle and is busted open in the process. Priest eliminates Carl Anderson as The Undertaker now finds himself in the clutches of Bron Breakker. And just as Gallows is eliminated, or Anderson is eliminated, Gallows joins the Royal Rumble. Gallows, the big man now, standing across from Damian Priest. And a huge elimination there from Nakamura, eliminating The Undertaker. That is crazy. As I genuinely don't know what's going to happen next. Oh my god. Of course he's in the match. Bronson Reed. And now anything goes. Bronson immediately goes after Pat McAfee. Bronson Reed, having made his unceremonious return to FDW a few episodes ago, he has yet to have the dominant display. Oh, but of course, just as I was about to say his name, it's been feuding with Roman Reigns, who seems to be following Bronson Reed around like a bad smell. Roman Reigns now glitching in the clutches of Bronson Reed, or Bron Breakker. Nakamura with a Michinoku driver onto Damian Priest. Bronson and Roman Reigns continuing their feud as Bronson ambushed Roman Reigns last time out. Next up, it's only AJ Bloody Styles, who immediately is in the clutches of Roman Reigns. And my eyes are transfixed on Roman and Bronson Reed. Very difficult to take in anything else with those two in the ring. Gallows hanging for everything that he's worth as AJ Styles looks to eliminate Roman Reigns and nearly does so. Gallows thought about helping out his buddy. Gallows hits a ripcord power slam. And AJ Styles quickly zooming around the ring. Bronson Reed goes after Pat McAfee. And again, something I didn't have on my bingo card for the Royal Rumble. Gallows eliminates Priest. Styles goes after Gallows. Big reverse neck breaker as Bron Breakker throws himself at Shinsuke Nakamura. Styles clings to the top rope as McAfee with a Hurricane Rana to Bronson Reed. Pat McAfee now picks up Roman Reigns and throws him around the ring. Bronson has picked his next victim in Bronson Reed. There's a lot of bronze. Bronson Reed now picked up by Bron Breakker and just dumped after a gorilla press. That's something you don't see every day. As Roman now looks to eliminate Bron Breakker, and he does so. Then goes after Luke Gallows with a neck breaker. Nakamura sees the offense coming and reverses it into an arm breaker. And one half of the Viking Raiders from FDW. In comes Ivar. There's a lot of beef in the ring. Ivar looking to break out of the tag division, it would appear. As Roman Reigns eliminates Luke Gallows. Nakamura stands there perched. Oh my goodness! Ivar has eliminated Roman Reigns from the Royal Rumble. And that is one hell of a way to break out of the tag division over on the purple brand. But now Bronson Reed finds himself at the mercy of AJ Styles and Pat McAfee. I just can't believe that sentence just came out of my mouth. Nakamura now goes off on AJ Styles, and talk about a history between those two. McAfee once again spikes Bronson Reed down to the mat. Next entrant. It's Kane! Unbelievable. We've seen The Undertaker in this. Now we see Kane with a big running DDT onto AJ Styles. Ivar just dragging Kane into the corner. And you talk about a performance. Ivar has been stunning so far in this match. But Kane making his presence felt. Next up, Josh Briggs. As the crowd goes mild, Pat McAfee looks to eliminate AJ Styles. And Pat's been doing well so far. Shinsuke was entrant number 1, and just as I call so, Kane makes elimination to Josh Briggs. And the record for shortest time in a Rumble. Ivar now goes after Nakamura, and then immediately after Kane. Just looking to pick a fight with anyone, as up next, the Fighting Irishman, Paddy Omos. It wouldn't be a Rumble without a bit of Paddy Omos, who immediately goes after Pat McAfee. And there is some absolute units in this match. Some wide boys, some man mountains. It's the strength of AJ Styles there to have Ivar picked up. But Ivar powering out. Kane eliminates Bronson Reed. And that's big. And the one man representing FDW in the ring is Ivar. Can he bring it home? Much like the Women's Royal Rumble, AJ Styles nearly eliminates Pat McAfee. But immediately, I think this might be Cruz del Toro. I don't even know anymore. Some Latino is in the ring. Generic Mexican man, number 47, goes to eliminate Ivar and nearly does. But Kane inadvertently making the save there. Can Ivar cling on to it? It would be an absolute crazy performance if Ivar were to win the Royal Rumble. But crazier things have happened in this unpredictable match. Who's up next? The Animal Batista, representing Friday Night Smackdown. We saw him in a Supremacy match last time out. AJ Styles eliminated. I don't quite see by whom, but I think it might have been Paddy Omos, as Paddy now bear hugs Ivar. And that is a display of strength you don't see very often. Just throwing Ivar around as Pat McAfee hits a Canadian Destroyer on Kane. Batista now looks to eliminate generic Mexican man, and he does so. Pat now going after Batista, and it must be said, Pat McAfee is putting in a shift. But could that all be coming into a close as Ivar, the FDW contracted wrestler, belly to belly by Batista. Batista going after Omos. Kane to a knee. Pat goes after Ivar. Go away, Pat. Next up, representing Monday Night Raw, Dominic Mysterio. Immediately into the clutches of Ivar. It would be huge. Dom! Fuck you, Dom. Never have I hated Dominic Mysterio so much, as there are no longer any FDW wrestlers in the ring. Who knows who will be next? I suppose for now we will have to cheer on Paddy Omos. And perhaps Shinsuke. Ridge Holland up next. Over on Monday Night Raw, I believe, is Ridge Holland. Could be Smackdown. Don't actually know. But Pat McAfee going after Kane. Kane able to power out, and you're going to have to do a lot more to dethrone the Devil's Favourite Demon. As Paddy Omos hits a huge double chokeslam to Shinsuke Nakamura. And eliminates him in the process. Kane hits a tombstone. As next up, CM Punk. He's already won Money in the Bank this season. Will he be able to get a Royal Rumble victory for FDW? Running knee to the corner on Omos. He immediately picks a fight with the big man. CM Punk now going after Kane. Finds himself on the wrong side of the ring as Kane picks him up for a tombstone and does so. Ridge Holland now with Pat McAfee. Batista going after Mysterio. Formerly in a tag team with his father as Omos eliminates Kane. Oh my god. The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, has joined the match. We haven't seen the Fiend. And Dominic Mysterio eliminated before I can even get my words out, as one demon is vanquished and absolutely another demon has replaced him. We haven't seen the Fiend in quite some time. After an unsuccessful attempt to take the championship away from Drew McIntyre, it seems that he fancies himself as a Royal Rumble winner. But to do so, he's going to have to get past so many other men. The likes of Batista, CM Punk, Paddy Omos, and Pat McAfee. Absolute killer's row in this Rumble. Coming up next though, it could be anyone. We've seen a little bit of everything from this Rumble. It's Montez! We do like a bit of Montez, even if he is on a rival brand. I'll always have a soft spot for Montez. The Fiend now going straight after Batista. The Fiend on the animal. Paddy Omos being thrown around by Montez. He uses his speed to his advantage. Montez goes after Wyatt. Pat McAfee dazed in the corner. CM Punk tees off on Ridge Holland. Montez on McAfee. Next up, representing FDW, Tommaso Ciampa. Straight away, we have 3 FDW hopefuls in the Royal Rumble match. Batista looks to eliminate Wyatt, and God knows what this would do for Wyatt's psyche. Ridge Holland just looking to fight anyone and everyone. Pat McAfee, it must be said, is still putting in a shift. Montez eliminated, that is a shame. But Wyatt immediately goes after Paddy Omos. Ridge Holland on Ciampa. Batista busted open. Omos with a big choke slam there to Batista. People just find themselves a little bit of breathing room. CM Punk in the clutches of Paddy Omos. Looks to use the elbows to power out. Is Wyatt going to help? I don't think he is. He's just going to hinder as he goes after Ridge Holland. Punk on Wyatt now. Running knee to the corner. As Ciampa gets himself into a little bit of space. Next entrant coming in. As we draw into the final leg of this Royal Rumble. Who's up next? Rick Steiner. Over on Monday Night Raw. Bray Wyatt having thrown someone near to the outside. There was an elimination there. I missed it a little bit, but Tommaso Ciampa eliminated by Batista, I believe. And that's a shame. Ciampa's still looking for that breakout performance. Since splitting from Johnny Gargano, still yet to have it. Paddy Omos on Pat McAfee. A lot of Paddies there. Pat McAfee with another Canadian destroyer to Batista. Omos flattening McAfee. Flattening Steiner, and McAfee rolling through into the DDT on Paddy Omos. Holland and Steiner back to the vertical base. Batista lying there, dazed and confused. Next entrant, soon approaching. There are a lot of men still in this match who could win it. And somewhere along the line I completely missed that CM Punk was eliminated. Batista now also eliminated as well. As the Scottish Supernova, Noam Dar from Friday Night Smackdown comes up next. We're down to 5 as the next entrant starts to make their presence felt. Pat McAfee eliminated from the Rumble. I glanced away for 1 second and I completely missed something. A member of Gallus coming down to the ring now. We don't know who it may be. I believe that's Mark Coffey. Immediately goes after the Fiend Bray Wyatt. And this is the most eclectic mix of performers I think you will ever see in a WWE ring. Mark Coffey now looking to pick his victim as the Fiend Bray Wyatt goes after Steiner. Omos eliminates Noam Dar. As one half of the Headbangers now comes down. Big night for tag team boys. As I believe that's Mosh helping Paddy Omos to eliminate Bray Wyatt. That would be huge. I believe, that's going to be Omos. As Wyatt powers out, you're going to need to do more than that to take down the Fiend. But what's it going to take to get Omos out the ring? I mean, Bray Wyatt levels him down with the mandible claw. But you've got to get him. Randy Orton. That's a turn up for the books. As Bray Wyatt eliminates Paddy Omos, Randy Orton, the current WWE champion, finds his way into this matchup. And we've seen this before. Champions in the match. Now, should a champion win the match? There is the added wrinkle of either being able to go after another champion or choose your own opponent. Next up, Robert Roode. Orton suplexed by Holland. It's Bobby Roode now. Goes after Holland. Orton on Wyatt. Mosh on Coffey. Ridge Holland eliminated. We missed that in the scrum. But Orton now getting himself a little bit of breathing room. Bobby Roode in the clutches of Mosh. And next up, MVP. In the free agent pool, I believe, Randy Orton eliminates Mark Coffey. Orton goes after Wyatt and busts the Fiend open. What's it going to take as the Fiend looks to eliminate Randy Orton, which would be big, as the WWE Champion finds his way in this matchup. What else could we see as Bobby Roode eliminates Thrasher? I thought it was Mosh. Big attack there from Orton. Wyatt now going after MVP. As things start to settle down a little bit, Rick Steiner flattens Randy Orton. Wyatt lawn darts MVP to the outside. We're down to these final 4 men, ladies and gentlemen. Or rather 3 men and a demon. Can Wyatt bring it home for the FDW brand? Orton draping him across the back, flattening Bobby Roode. It would be huge if he can. Orton watches on as Wyatt looks to eliminate Steiner. Thinks about helping, but then is very conscious. Steiner powers out and Randy Orton hits a huge RKO out of nowhere onto Bray Wyatt. As Steiner now has Wyatt up in the ropes in a reversal. And you gotta think after that wicked RKO, Steiner's just going to, eliminate Wyatt. And that's a shame, as it's guaranteed that FDW will not be bringing home a victory here. We're down to Roode, Steiner, and Orton. Still lots to play for. Steiner with a delayed suplex there to Bobby Roode. Bobby Roode reverses Steiner. And Randy Orton marches Roode over to the turnbuckle and looks to make an elimination. One of these 3 men will be going on to WrestleMania. It'll be interesting if it's Orton. Interesting if it's Roode. Be doubly interesting if it's Steiner, one half of the tag team champions. Can Steiner eliminate Orton? We'll be down to Roode and Steiner as Roode just watches on, thinks about helping, and he does so. Perhaps a very sensible decision, eliminate a champion. Can Randy power out? Yes, he can. They're going to need to team up on Orton here if they want to take him down. Big Alabama slammer there from Steiner. Robert Roode comes flying in with a forearm. Roode very much a student of the game, but he's going to need to bring all that sound technical knowledge. Kind of throw it out the window a little bit and just yeet your opponent over the top rope. Steiner though, such raw athleticism. Orton with the reversal. Gets hold of Steiner. Looks to make the elimination. Gets him up and over and suplex over the top rope. We are down to Randy Orton and Bobby Roode, who will be going to WrestleMania. Who will be the one to take that next step? Big spine buster there from Bobby Roode. But Randy in control. Gets it done. And the winner of the Men's Royal Rumble is the WWE Champion, Randy Orton. Now that is a plot twist we didn't see coming. But what will Orton decide to do? As a champion, he has an extra advantage in that he can either pick his own opponent for WrestleMania, or he can go after someone else. Well, stay tuned to find out. Another successful Royal Rumble, if I don't say so myself, particularly from the women, as Kairi Sane was the winner for the women, which grants FDW a draft pick for the next episode. So stay tuned to that to see who we add to our talent pool. Braun Strowman picking up a win, granting Raw draft pick. and Randy Orton winning the Royal Rumble, giving SmackDown a draft pick. So wins all round, but the biggest win, probably Fallon Henley dethroning Bianca Belair to become the new FDW Women's Champion. We are on the road to WrestleMania, ladies and gentlemen. Very much looking forward to finding out what happens over the next several episodes as we look to conclude FDW Season 2. I'm very much looking forward to it, and I hope you are too. See you soon.